Hi, this is Bo and Karen's Pinburgh Tournament Director, and you're about to watch the final game from our B Division Finals. Entering this game, players 3 and 4, Brian Shepard and Steve Bowden, have taken first and second each in the first two games. They each have 6 points. Sergio Johnson with 2 points, Joe Scoletto with 0 points. So basically it comes down to Steve Bowden and Brian Shepard. Whichever one of those two beats the other in this game will be the B Division champion and win $1,500 for first prize. We'll start off with Joe Scoletto. A tight tilt on these games in the finals. That was a little bit too much of a shove from the right side. Maybe more than was necessary to save that ball, but a disappointing start for Joe, and we'll see if he can put together more of a run for the rest of this game. But it's been a disappointing final so far for Joe. He's played great up till now, but just had some tough breaks. Our second player is Sergio Johnson from the DC Baltimore area, and Sergio's encountered something that's a little unusual on Future Spa compared to other games, which is a kick out on the left side. What would normally be an outlane drain on the left actually collects into a shot and scores points. So he's scoring a significant number of points by going down what would normally be the drain on the left side. Each time he goes down that side, and a tough drain there off of the inline drop targets. Each inline drop target and each shot to that shot on the left side will collect one of the letters in Future Spa. Spelling out Future Spa is the primary goal of the game. The more times you can collect Future Spa, the better off you are. And score, even though score is significant, equally significant as Brian Shepard nails the spinner on the right for 1,000 a spin. That was a lot of points there. And now he's apparently making sure he collected the F target, hitting it about 3 or 4 times there consecutively. Collecting Future Spa letters is just as important as collecting score, because at the end of each ball, all the Future Spa letters, and there's the drain. One of those 4 on the left is the drain, the second one in. The rest are open, and if a player plunges either the T or the U at the beginning of the ball, as Steve Bowden plunges the U, that fourth one will close as well. So the entire left side of the game looks like there's an easy drain there, but there are actually no drains there. Those are all available to the player. Steve is able to save out from the right side. There is a drain on the right below that lower bumper, and the ball traveling down there, it's difficult to get out, but frequently can be brought out with a shake. It does require some shaking to get balls out of there. Steve is again trying to beat player 3, Brian Shepard, to win the championship here, the B Division title and $1,500. Another nice out there from that dangerous right side, and Steve grazes the first inline drop target, which awards one of the letters in Future Spa, as well as advancing him towards the opportunity to collect bonus multipliers. The second, third, and fourth inline drops are bonus multipliers, and those are huge in terms of the scoring in the game. If any of the players can get to complete all those inline drops, they will have a significant chance of winning this game. So Steve's trying to collect the ball on the right flipper and gain access. There's a nice reflex shot into the 2X. He's got the ball again and just misses it for the 4X. Instead, that entire left side is wide open. So there's really no chance of him losing the ball down the left. Collecting the U, 4th, 5th time, no problem there. Steve has collected 5 letters in Future Spa. That compares favorably to what the other players have done to this point. And there's a drain, a tight drain down the right. It looked like Steve tried a little bit of a shake maneuver to get that out, but it wasn't successful. So players 2, 3, and 4 are all essentially tied, but Steve has more Future Spa letters, I believe, than the other players. And Joe Scoletto will take over for ball 2. So another nice careful play on the right there. Careful play allows the player to find out when it is they need to nudge and when it is they need to just let the ball go to keep it from going down that right side drain. The left side drain, that drain is open, the third drain over, so it is possible to lose the ball down there right now because Joe has not made either the T or the U up at the top. So if he can get it to go over either of those yellow lit areas, he'll be able to close off that drain, but since it wasn't closed off, instead it heads down there. And Joe's second ball ends at $45,000. Taking over for ball 2 is Sergio Johnson, and we'll see if he can get there. He's actually collected the most letters. He's got 7 letters and has nearly completed the first run through Future Spa. And Future Spa, just the greatest thing the 1970s could ever have come up with as far as their vision of what it should look like today, and really we can't understand why it is that spas are not like this today. They would just be so awesome. In any case, the spa of the present is a little different than what Future Spa suggested we might be able to do. Unfortunate, but so it goes. There is a nice attempt by Brian to get that out, but just a little too much English pushes it off there. He really does have to make that move, though. There's no choice, because otherwise that ball is definitely draining, and it's going to cost him his position currently, because Steve, although Steve is behind in score right now, he has more than enough bonus to make up that difference, and he has opportunity here to collect more letters and potentially either complete Future Spa or get some multipliers by shooting the inline drops. He missed a shot at the inline drops just now, but if he can get his way through there, he could build a significant lead that will be tough for Brian to catch up on. These players are also playing in front of a fairly large crowd at this point, so it may be that a little bit of pressure is getting to one or more of the players. And Steve's in that tough spot again. He's trying the same trick, but not able to shake it out. He did not tilt, which allows him to collect his bonus, and that puts Steve ahead 62,000 to 48,000 going into the all-important ball 3. So we'll watch Joe and Sergio play, bearing in mind that whoever wins between players 3 and 4, Brian Shepard and Steve Bowden, they will take home the B Division title here at Pinburgh 2011 and a $1,500 cash prize to go with it. We're seeing some good play now out of Joe. He's got only one more letter for Future Spa, and that right side has just been eating people alive. One trick that's really necessary there is to nudge the ball even when it's a little higher in that little track under the bumpers, so that it has enough action in it to get over that hump and past the drain that's over there. So there's a lot of just potential ball loss there. Sergio is able to get the ball out in a nice way, and we'll see if anybody else falls over there, whether they can get it out. And that is just critical. Sergio, one letter away from completing Future Spa again. He has the lead in this game, and because he's passed Joe Scoletti, he's locked in 3rd place. It is possible it is slightly possible for him to move into a tie for 2nd place if he wins and Brian Shepard takes last in the game, but right now I'm guessing probably that Sergio will be taking 3rd place overall, and still significantly fine play from him. 3rd place out of a 60-player field in B Division here, and he's playing well on this ball, putting the ball back up the top. He's got Future Spa completed, and he's opened that gate on the left. So he's making some good decisions here. Right now we should probably start focusing on those inline drop targets on the left side, but there it is. You know, that entire left side is closed off. The gate has been closed again now, so he will have to reopen it as he gets a fortuitous bounce into the multiplier, the 2x multiplier, and collected another letter, the R. So he's got another significant number of letters. He's got 5 more letters. Lucky bounce there into the outline, or maybe some skillful move. That subtle skillful move was a nice play regardless, and he's cranked the 4x multiplier now. That's going to give him a lot of extra points at the end of this ball, and you can see his score is much higher than the other players right now, 149,000. With the bonus that he is about to collect, it's looking like Sergio is likely going to win this game, but it's all going to come down to players 3 and 4. Player 3, Brian Shepard. Player 4, Steve Bowden. Whichever one of them can hold off the other will win the title. And again, a really hot ball here by Sergio as it continues. He's completed Future Spa a 2nd time, which will give him another 144,000 in bonus right now with 4x and 36,000. And, of course, the envy of spa enthusiasts everywhere. Sergio with the left flipper is aiming for the spinner on the right, which we saw Brian Shepard crank at the beginning of the game. that spinner is 1,000 a spin, and the way this one's working, he can get roughly maybe 15 good spins on it if he can hit it hard. A tough little balance drain, but you see that score skyrocket there off of the 36,000 super bonus times 4, 328,000. Really solid game, really fine performance by Sergio in our final. Brian takes over, and he's going to have to beat 62,000 right off the bat to even lead Steve to have to play his ball. Nice save there, very nice save. And he's over on the right, gets him the way out. It's a really clutch situation. I think that there's a good decision there to go for the inline drops. If he can build that bonus off the inline drops, get a few more drops going. Looks like he decided to go back up the top there to get that gate open, which is a safety play, but I think given the situation, that was a really nice tip over flip from the left flipper onto the right to get control and back up the top. So I'm not sure about that decision because really the way the inline drops are working and with how many points they are, getting that inline drop going is just really significant. But it looks like he's trying to get points off the spinners. There's a nice shot into the multiplier. 2x multiplier times 18. That's going to ensure, well, he's got 88,000. He's looking at least 100, 130 right now. So he's really going to be putting the pressure on Steve Bowden for ball 3. If Brian can make a couple more letters and a couple more multipliers, he's really looking at, and that's a big shot there to get the 4x multiplier. 4x times, looks like 24 so far, so another 96,000 is coming to him. He's over 200,000, assuming he does not tilt to end this ball. And at this point, given the bonus, you know that he's not going to be trying any saves, anything out of the ordinary. Nudging, almost lost the ball there. But he's going to be protecting that bonus and will be unwilling to slap the game or shove it to any significant amount, even if it means losing the ball. So if you can get that 6x or you can get future spot complete, there's another letter. If you can get more every letter right now is another 8,000 points on bonus, and just a nice move there. There's a key killer shot. He's got 6x. He's got nearly a complete future spa, and that's probably going to go down there, but he's totally right to let that go. And check this out. Big bonus right here. 325, just short of Sergio's game, but it's not Sergio that Brian needs to beat. It's Steve, and Steve needs to crush this ball and basically do exactly what we just saw from Brian, or it will be Brian's. It's basically Brian's to win at this point. Steve needs to get control and get those inline drops made. He's got the gate open. He's got a few letters. He's got 7 letters total. So it's out there. It can be achieved. He's going to need to make all 4 of those inline drops pretty much back to back. There's 8 letters. And we're over on the dangerous right side. He's going to need to get that out of there. Oh, man. Escape. There's 1 drop. Get out of there. Get out. And that would be a moment for a desperation save, but I think Steve kind of knew it was done for. Congratulations to Brian Shepard, our B Division champion. He'll take home first place and $1,500 to go with it.